This question is for Erin, Jason, and Danny. I know that you said that that the Red Ranger is more badass than your character playing the Red Ranger, but but Erin's character, Jim, the Pink Ranger, she's more badass than both Red Rangers.
Yeah, the director had a thing for shooting her way better than us. I have a feeling that had to do with some nerves and some hips. I mean, when you're on a playing field where she's just as badass, that's always fun.
Thank you for that.
Next question.
Vernon.
Yes?
Nadira, the creation of Nadira, and did you have a wife before Nadira was born?
No, actually, she was an immaculate conception. Even on the back of her head was 666. Oh, knock it! Like you didn't think that. I'm not sure, but you know, a couple of people when I was doing looping used to say to me, the family that is as close as yours sticks together. There was a lot of fun things happening with my daughter in that series, if you remember. A couple of things that the writers didn't put in, which came pretty close. But it was fun. She was a lot of fun, but I don't know. Nobody ever mentioned a wife. They just mentioned Nadira.
Well, in the first drafts of the scripts, she was his wife. That got changed back when he was still Morbius Chip.
Well, actually, wasn't she the original villain?
In the earliest ones, when he was still called Morbius and he had the different character design, that she was his wife. That like 3 episodes got written with that and got scrubbed because some of that stuff leaked online.
That would have been a lot more fun.
Does no one but me remember this? I do. Yeah, no one worked on it remembers.
Well, we could have taken that. Oh boy.
Insane memory.
Yeah, I guess I do. Okay.
Chris, how'd you find this out?
What? No, I wasn't through on it. I was posted somewhere on the internet, like a segment of a Morbius script that seemed legit. And
It was Morbius edition.
okay, yeah, okay, so it was, but no, it wasn't Ahmed who told me. I can't remember. It was something on All Fan Power Rangers. I'd have to dig that out. You know my eidetic memory.
You know this stuff!
It's sad.
Yeah, that's scary. How old are you again?
Next question.
Hi, this is pretty much for everybody. It's kind of a 2-part question. One's for Time Force, one's for Wild Force. For Time Force, what was? Because I heard that there was a lot of stuff different with Time Force when you originally wrote it. Like they were gonna be doing time traveling, and 50 episodes have a movie. What exactly was going to be in that, just besides the Time Ranger that we eventually got? As in, story-wise.
Well, I had an elephant and a large dog.
That's more a question for Chip.
It was never going to be anything other than what it was, except for the other 100 ideas that we had to begin with that we threw aside. But once you start down the path, the only thing that changes is maybe the Japanese footage comes and forces you to change your plan a little bit. But otherwise, no, I think that originally there may have been a brief discussion about when we're talking about time travel, but there's just no way you can do very much of it without A, looking stupid because you can't afford to really do it well, or B, just blowing your whole budget in a couple of episodes. Because I remember we discussed, we did an episode where you went back to dinosaurs.
Yeah, it was good.
Right. And that was the objection when we did space was, Lost Galaxy, because if you're going to go out into space, how can you not go into space? Right. And the way that the Japanese did it was they just had a rocket ship that went up, turned into a laser, and came back down, and they landed on the Earth. So it may have been to have some space images, but it had nothing to do with space, really, right?
Right.
So we actually put them in space, but then when they were fighting, they were still in the city, which we just sold as part of the spaceship. So it all comes down to what you can really do with the limited funds. And would you love to do with time travel? It's incredibly expensive and time-consuming, and you never do it as well as everybody else is doing it. So the discussion wouldn't have to last very long before we get thrown out the window.
I guess kind of like the second question would be for
Jessica.
For Jessica? Yeah, sorry. I had a brain
That
freeze.
hurts.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No, I didn't. I was just wondering,
No explosion.
sorry, what was, sorry, like, what was one of your favorite episodes of Wild Force that you have done? Like, for you personally?
My favorite was the one with my father, who was one of our PA's fathers in real life.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty cool. And then, of course, the reunion with Time Force.
Renegade.
Yes.
And I guess my final comment is, thank you for not killing off Eric in the finale. Thank you guys. You guys rock.
Okay, explain the logic. For the next question. It's not even a question, it's a demand.
Jason, in a later season, SPD, there's a character named Sky Tate, the Blue Ranger.
Well, yeah.
And he has a dad whose suit is the same as your suit. So my request is, can you say, Sky Tate, I'm your father, to make it canon? or can you and Erin say, we're your parents?
I
want to ask Erin about
you said that there was someone that had the same suit.
the first episode of Time.
There was a photo of a guy in a Time Force uniform who was his father.
Right.
He's basically the Time Force student with a